Okay. Street Fighter. So this is franchises, and there's a lot of franchises in here. There's a lot of franchises in this list. I'm gonna try not to take too long to do this. Hold on, let me marker this. /marker. Tier list. All right, so got a lot of categories here. I made this bottom one. But yeah, got a ton of franchises, and I will rank them accordingly. Street Fighter. I would say Street Fighter, well, as a whole franchise, it's good. I'm trying to decide if I consider it very good. I think it's just good. Street Fighter, I was never a big fighting game guy, but I loved Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Super Nintendo. And also Street Fighter gave us the Street Fighter movie, which like, it was something. It was something for sure. But like, yeah, I think that's good. Well, let me, I'm doing the thing where I like knee-jerk reaction to smoke. Just because I'm like riffing and having a good time. And I need to not. It's too early. It's 11:30 a.m. Red Dead. I never played a Red Dead game. I'm not confident it's dog shit. I'm sure they're good games. But I just never played it. Alright. I don't think Noah's here. Noah, are you here? Are you here, Noah? I don't think Noah's here. I don't think Noah's here. I don't know. I feel nothing for the Halo games. And like, I've played them a bit, but like, I don't know. It's not horrible. I'm gonna play not good. It's not horrible. I don't think it's good though. And if we're talking full-blown franchise, I don't know. There were a lot of the Halo games, and I was never inspired by any of them. And then they went on to make I think a universally hated TV show. Grand Theft Auto is very good. I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, but as a franchise, I mean, GTA is kind of like in its own class, right? The sequels of Halo? Honestly, I only played Halo 1. And then I also played the Halo, like the Master Chief Collection. Like whatever multiplayer there was recently. And I had a good time with that. Mass Effect. Alright, I am answering this based, so I need everyone to know. I think people hated the third game. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just the ending, and I don't want people to talk about it because I haven't played it and I still intend to. I did play Mass Effect 1, and I really enjoyed it. Well, they re-edited the ending of 3, right? I feel like I heard the ending of 3. Even though I didn't play 2 yet, or 3, I heard that Mass Effect 2 is like the best in the series. Yeah, as a series, it's good. Yeah. But yeah, I think I actually looked up the ending, and I remember being like, that ending is, that seems like a good ending. But y'all know me that I don't like a happy ending, or like, I don't know. I remember what I read about the original ending, at least, I liked. Andromeda's bad. Really? I forgot Andromeda existed, which probably speaks to it. The Sims. I think it's good. It's good. The Sims is good. It is a classic. If you listen to my episode of Blocked Party, you'd hear me tell a story about how I got banned from The Sims Online in like less than a day. Day 1 of their beta test, banned from The Sims Online. I was gonna put it above average, but I think it deserves to be in good. Oh, I love that so much, Punkster. Sims Now is just fine, yeah. If this was just like rate the newest Sim game, I would like put it here or here. But I think as a whole, as a franchise, I think it's good. All right, Castlevania is a hard one for me. I don't think I ever actually played Castlevania. And I know I'm not really a Metroidvania guy, but I don't know. Maybe I should try one. Maybe I should try one again, and maybe I am a Metroidvania guy. My problem is I never played Castlevania, I never played Metroid. The only Metroidvania I think I've even tried to play was, what's the one with the Hollow Knight? And I really enjoyed what I played in Hollow Knight. And then someone was like, and I remember asking stream, I was like, well, maybe tomorrow we'll do this again and wrap it up. And someone was like, wrap it up, buddy, this is like a 70-hour game. And I went, ugh, and never played it again. Never opened the game again. Hold on. Hollow Knight. Time played 107 minutes, March 2017. I played it for about... I played it for like an hour and 45 minutes. I really loved it too. I had a great hour and 45 minutes. But yeah, I did think it was going to be like a 5-hour game. Someday I'll play that. But yeah, I never played a Castlevania game. This one is also going to be kind of crazy. Never played a Resident Evil game. I've just never done it. Not a thing I've ever done. I just thought a little... I have an empty paper bag sitting next to me, and I thought it was Taco looking up at me, and I just longingly went to go, oh, hey, to a bag. And I think that's funny. But yeah, I never played a Resident Evil game. I didn't have consoles. I wasn't a console kid. Like, I had consoles up until like N64 was my last big console. I did get an Xbox, but I got an Xbox and I quickly modded it. And I never really played a lot of games on it. Hello. But yeah, Resident Evil, I just knew it scared the shit out of me when my cousin played it. He was like, "You should watch me play this game." I was whatever year Resident Evil came out. When did Resident Evil come out? Resident Evil release date. Not March 2002. Come on. 98, 96? Ooh, which is it? 96? Damn. Alright, so I was 11. I was 11 years old. And my cousin was like, you should watch this. And he called me into the room right as a dog jumped out of a fucking window, and it scared the shit out of me. And I was like, I'll never play this. And I stuck to my guns. I don't know what King of Fighters is. Mortal Kombat? I would put it a tier below Street Fighter. I don't know what Versus is. Battlefield is mid. If Battlefield stopped after Battlefield 2, it would probably be in very good or like masterpiece, honestly, as a franchise. Bad Company 2 was also good. But I don't think there's been a good Battlefield game besides 1942, Vietnam, Battlefield 2, and Bad Company 2. Those are like the only good games in the Battlefield series, in my opinion. 1942 was so fucking good. Battlefield 2 was a huge game for me because it had the mod Desert Storm. Desert Storm mod for Battlefield 2 was like one of the games I put the most hours in my whole life. Like, I think it would only be second to like Counter-Strike and Original Dota. Counter-Strike and Original Dota and Ultima Online are like probably the 3 games I played the most. But that would be right behind it. Battlefield. Medal of Honor, mid as well. I remember trying to play Medal of Honor Allied Assault as a kid, and it was fine. It is better than COD. I'll give you that. Minecraft is I guess it's like a franchise. Are we talking like I guess we're talking the full umbrella of a franchise, merchandise, everything. I think just based on the nature of Minecraft, I guess there's like Minecraft dungeons and shit. I think Minecraft belongs in very good. I think it really belongs in very good. Maybe it doesn't though. Maybe it belongs in good. I feel like the very good in me is just that I don't know. It's got to be like one of the best sandboxes to ever come out, right? I do think I'd include things like the mod scene in this. I do have a lot of friends thanks to Minecraft. You had a Resident Evil cousin? That's fantastic. Never played Forza games, but I'm pretty confident they're dog shit. Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty belongs in not good. I don't think it should be in horrible, but maybe. The only redeeming factor to the Call of Duty franchise is Call of Duty 2. Or it might even be just the original. No. It is junk food. I'm kind of with you there. But I maintain you were either a Counter-Strike kid or a Call of Duty kid, and I was a Counter-Strike kid. I just wasn't a fan of Call of Duty. Never really was. I didn't like the kill streaks. It felt too fast-paced. I don't know. I was just not a Call of Duty guy. Doom. I think Doom belongs in very good. The originals are iconic. The remakes were like shockingly good. Did I enjoy Warzone? I had a love-hate relationship with it, but it was more hate than love. And now it's just all hate. I need games like Warzone to go away so someone else will make a battle royale, you know? That's how I feel about a game like that. What is Guilty Gear? Is it a racing game? Is it a shooter? I have no idea what Guilty Gear is. It's a fighting game. I did not expect that. Never played it. I have played one Persona game, so it's allowed to be in the tier list. I think it was above average. I thought it was going to be mid. But I thought it was actually pretty fun. Can anyone tell me what this is? I played Persona 3 Reload as part of a bounty. Or it wasn't even a bounty, it was a sponsorship. Shin Megami, alright, I've never heard of that. Wolfenstein as a franchise, I think is pretty fucking below average, if I'm being honest. It's just not I don't think it's the most inspired franchise. And don't get me wrong, yeah, I think shooting Nazis is cool. But like original, it's just too, you know what? I don't like politics. More video games. No, Wolfenstein, I don't know. Original Wolfenstein was fine. I remember playing a game called Spear of Destiny on my cousin's father's Cube Basic machine. And Spear of Destiny was a big one for me. And I guess that is considered the Wolfenstein franchise. But I remember the remake coming out. There's been more since New Order. See, I didn't like any of the modern ones. I was not a fan of any of the modern Wolfenstein games. I just didn't have fun with them. But I also don't like a single player shooter, so it would make sense. I know I just put Doom in very good. Maybe it belongs in mid. I think it belongs in mid. That was such a roundabout way to say uncle. Holy shit. I didn't even realize. Devil May Cry, I've like seen play. It's just not a game for me. I'm not into those kind of games. I feel this Bayonetta is Devil May Cry, but with like a weird horny protagonist. Lego is a franchise. I mean, I have never played a Lego game, so I can't rank them. The Elder Scrolls as a franchise, I think belongs in above average. And I think it should be, it would have been, I think if you presented someone this tier list after Oblivion came out, it would probably be up in Masterpiece. It would probably be in Masterpiece. I think Skyrim was fun and it was fine, but I think fans considered it a bit of a like I know there were elements of it that people were like, why not just do what worked in Oblivion? And past that, now they've just kind of like put all of their chips on Elder Scrolls Online, right? Like Elder Scrolls Online is why there hasn't been another new Elder Scrolls. But yeah, I thought Elder Scrolls was fine. Games as a service, we love it, don't we? We hate it. What's funny is I have not played many of the Fallout games, but I do like it as a franchise more than Elder Scrolls. I'd put it in good. I think the setting's better. I think the humor, whenever a game tries to be funny, I feel like it rarely is actually funny to me, but Fallout does manage to actually make me laugh. I hear New Vegas is a masterpiece. Yeah, there's not a lot. It's what? Fallout 1, 2, 3, New Vegas, 76, and then stuff like Fallout Shelter. I honestly think I rank this higher because of the TV show. The TV show is so good. It was a good TV show. Fallout is bleak, and that is my jam. Super Mario, I mean, it's kind of an undeniable masterpiece. I don't know if there's been a bad Mario game. At least like main franchise Mario game. I'm sure there's been something stupid like Mario fucking Badminton or some shit. But as a franchise, Mario has to be the biggest video game franchise of all time, right? Zelda is very good. I don't think a masterpiece. I'm one of the freaks who I loved Zelda until it became 3D. I just kind of never got into any 3D Zelda game. I wish Zelda was still a top-down game. Link to the Past. My thing is, no Zelda game can stack up to Link to the Past for me. Like, I was let down. I remember being let down with Ocarina of Time because I thought it looked so much better as, like, Link to the Past. I heard about that. I never played it. The Link to the Past sequel. No, I don't think I'm familiar with Tunic. The only person in the world let down by Ocarina of Time. Nah, I never played Link Between Worlds. The only Zelda games I've played are 1, 2, and Link to the Past. And then I played a very little bit of Ocarina of Time as a kid and rage sold it. I tried to play Wind Waker and didn't really like it. And then I tried to play Breath of the Wild, and I was kind of enjoying it, but it still sticks out in my head as like one of the worst streams I've ever had, just in terms of like right now, if I look at my chat, there's been chat for the last like 3 minutes, you know? Like there's been, 11:56, 11:57, so there's 2 minutes of chat on my screen. I remember when I streamed Breath of the Wild, there was like an hour and 40 minutes of chat on screen. And I was like, well, this makes me want to die. I will never stream this game again. And then I never played it again. So I played like 3 hours of Breath of the Wild. I've never played a Metroid game. Dark Souls, my problem is I almost flew it up to Masterpiece. I almost flew it up here. It's funny that Castlevania came up. I think it belongs up here. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. But this doesn't, if this was also like, if it's a Dark Souls plus Bloodborne, it would be up here in a heartbeat. I guess it is still up here. Yeah. You think Bloodborne counts? I loved Bloodborne. I really enjoyed Bloodborne much more than any of the Souls games I've played. Demon Souls and Sekiro. Oh, yeah. I hear Sekiro fucking rocks. I do gotta play that at some point. Yeah, if Bloodborne counts, then so does Elden Ring. I agree. And then I do think it, like, hard belongs up here. It still would be up here regardless. I just had to think about it. But if we're considering all of that, then yeah, it just belongs up there. Final Fantasy. I think as a whole, as a franchise, it belongs in very good for me. It's another one where, probably to no one's surprise, I loved Final Fantasy 1, 2, and like 3/6. And that's kind of where it ended for me. I watched a friend play Final Fantasy 7, and I really disliked it. And I know that's like everyone's favorite. But again, I think it's just, I think I didn't like how 3D looked when it first came out. I thought Final Fantasy 7 looked like shit. And it like made me not enjoy it. I missed the sprites. I did not enjoy Edgy Twink Simulator. I think that was the other thing too, I hated the characters. Like I played what's funny too is, I played Final Fantasy 8 or 9. I can't remember which one at this point. But I played it to disc 3, and at disc 3 my memory card corrupted and I lost my save file and I just never played it again. And then the same fucking thing happened with Final Fantasy X. I got so far in the Final Fantasy X and then my memory card corrupted and it was just over for me. I never finished that one either as a result. But I remember even Final Fantasy X, like I fucking hated Titus. It was Titus, right? That was his name? I hated the main character. And it's like, that's me. I hate me in this game. It's pronounced Titus. That fucking laugh. Ugh. And that's the thing, when my memory card corrupted, I was like, I'm only still playing this because I'm so far into this. That's what I realized. Lulu rocked. Lulu did rock. That said, Final Fantasy I still think belongs in very good. It's probably, if I were to still play an MMO, it would be Final Fantasy. A Laughing Defender. Fuck. A 6 truther? Like Final Fantasy 3 US? I think that's the best one, if we're talking about the same one. Yeah, that is the best Final Fantasy in the series. I think that is an all-time best game. Like, another one where if Final Fantasy was just Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3, or 1 through 6, it would be in Masterpiece. Easy. Hey, didactical. Yeah, Final Fantasy 6 is so good. I don't know if I played through. I know I played 1 when I was younger. I have no idea what Dragon Quest is, but based on the name, I'm pretty confident it's dog shit. Is that crazy? I think Quake... oh, what is it? Oh, wow. A bad take? Oh, no. I never played it. I never even heard of it. It just sounds bad. Dragon Quest just sounded bad to me. It is funny to leave it there. I will say, though, I mean, I think, like, I'm not confident it's dog shit anymore if it made the JRPG scene. I'm not confident it's dog shit. And Counter-Strike, it undoubtedly goes up there for me. even considering stuff like CS Source and like fumbles in Counter-Strike, it was the first mod ever to see commercial success. I feel like it changed the face of modding games forever. It's my like most fun I ever had in a shooter. It has the gunplay I still like the most out of any other game I've ever played. Like, yeah. Team Fortress. I think it belongs in very good just because it's a confusing franchise. I don't think it's a masterpiece. It's so weird the jump they made from like... Yeah, no, I agree with you. I liked TFC more than TF2. It is crazy they went like TFC to TF2. And the weird in between, I still... Electronics Boutique at the Roosevelt Field Mall still owes me $5 for the pre-order I put on Team Fortress 2 in like the year 1999. When it was supposed to be... They had like a trailer and everything for it. It was like a military sim. It's so funny. Early TF2 trailer. I pre-ordered this for $5. I pre-ordered this for $5. This was supposed to be Team Fortress 2. I still think what they did was good. They did a good job, but it's so funny that they went from this to what Team Fortress 2 actually was. And I never got my $5 back. Never got my $5. Yeah. Oh, look at that guy. He just strangled the dude. Oh, definitely not. But it also would have come out 10 years sooner, you know? It took them 10 years to go from this to what we got. We got incoming. We got incoming. Unbelievable demo. Unbelievable demo. What an array of suggestions from YouTube. An incredible array of suggestions. But yeah, that was what Team Fortress 2 was looking like in 99. Amazing, right? I didn't snort anything. Yes, you did. Half-Life belongs up here forever. It should be at the top of here. It's my spiritual contender to Mario, even though I know Mario is a much bigger franchise. But it's my all-time... If you ask me what I think is my favorite game ever, if I say anything other than Half-Life reminds me I'm wrong, and it's actually Half-Life. And that also, in my heart, kind of ties into stuff like Counter-Strike 2 and Gary's Mod and like other huge games. Like, those were unbelievably important. Yeah, Left 4 Dead. There's so much that like branched out of Half-Life. It kills me that we'll never get Half-Life 3. But it is what it is. Portal. I find it weird to call Portal a franchise. It's still very good, and I guess it is a franchise. I almost want to fucking demote it a few points because I'm so, like, I know we're past it now and I don't have to see it anymore. But if I ever hear the Cake song again, or if anyone in earnest says the Cake is a lie to me, I'm gonna fucking die. I know people are gonna say it now in chat as a joke. It's not in earnest. But I'm moving it down to good for that. Honestly, no, I'm doing that. I think that's important. I think it is fair to move it down. I think it's fair to move it down because we're rating the franchise here. And as a franchise, I think it did have one of the more annoying fandoms. Sonic, that's a wild one to rank. If any of you are the people who are like horny for Sonic, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to judge you. I think it's cool that you're horny for Sonic, but the fact that there's people who are horny for Sonic, it just makes me put it down low. I can't help it. I feel like every interaction I've had with Sonic since I was a child playing Sonic 1 on the Sega has just been bad. It's just been bad. It's crazy to me that people are Sonic guys. The first Sonic game rocked. I don't think anything else good has happened. Yeah, the Genesis ones were probably all good. But yeah, as a franchise, I don't know. I base almost all of this just on the fact that like I had to become aware of who like Shadow is. And that just sucks. Yakuza. I haven't played it, but I'm sure it rocks. Smash? I mean, I don't know. Am I rating this off of how I like if I'm sitting here being like, oh, is this like how I enjoy this series? Then this fucking goes down here too. I fucking hate Smash. But like I know it's a good franchise, I guess. I don't know. I would put it not good. I would put it there. Just never a Smash guy. Hearts of Iron. What's funny is I've hit 3 in a row here where I'm like, I think all 3 of these probably belong here. The thing is, this whole thing is probably beloved. These are probably all beloved franchises. I just don't love any of those. Wait, what the hell? Oh, fuck. I had an appointment tomorrow that I canceled, and apparently it did not cancel. Crusader Kings also, don't I have a Crusader Kings? Is Crusader Kings the game I'm thinking it is, or is it not? It is. I haven't played it, but I'm pretty sure I'll have fun with it. Company Heroes, never played it, but I'm pretty sure it sucks. Oof. This is gonna be a brutal one. This is gonna be a brutal one. I don't know where it belongs. I'm having a hard time with this. Because it's somewhere in one of these 3. And I think it's up here. I think it's there. I'm going to put it there. It gets a downgrading mostly because I've never heard a good thing about any of the games except like one of them. The only thing I hear every time a Pokemon game comes out, I never played Power World. The amount of bad Pokemon games is insane to me. For there being like a few good ones. I missed the initial wave of fandom. I think I'm just too old for it. Like when Pokemon popped off, I was at the age where I was like, that's for babies, you know? Like that's kids stuff. Even though I was probably like 13, you know? But that's the age to be like, I'm too cool for this shit. So I knew I was late to Pokemon, but even still, like, I don't know. It's, as a franchise, like the whole monolith of Pokemon, it's just kind of ridiculous to me. I don't know. Is that fucked up? I'm so sorry. It's crazy to me it exists. Like the naming schemes and like what somebody... Like, I guess the original set of Pokemon, fine. But once they started just putting like a fucking ice cream cones and like floating gears, I'm like, this shit is so fucking... This shit is so bad. This shit is so bad. Maybe it does belong in below average. No, I'm gonna stick to my guns on that one. This is a game I've never played. I don't think it's dog shit. I am confident I would not like it. But I've never played that. I will never play that. Mega Man. I think Mega Man belongs in very good. I think Mega Man belonged there. It's not for everyone. That's fair. You know, Mega Man, very good. Mega Man, very good. Metal Slug, very good. I always enjoyed the Metal Slug games. Contra belongs there with all of them. This is just like the section of games that all belong together. I don't know what this is. Civ games. I think they're above average. I think Civ games are above average. The Last of Us! I liked watching people play the first game. Like, I enjoyed the story of the first game. I never actually played it though, so I don't think I deserve to rank it. But like, I never want to. I don't think. I never saw the show. Haven't seen it. I just haven't seen it. If you say they're overrated, but The Last of Us? No, I think that's, I mean, I won't hate you. Uncharted is very good. I loved the Uncharted games. I had so much fun playing them. It's a shame they put out a bad movie. Crash Bandicoot, never played. SimCity, based on of how badly they fucking wound up biffing it, belongs in not good, I think, as a franchise. I think the SimCity franchise is permanently stained. I don't think it'll ever be anything but not good forever. They would have to put out the best game on Earth to get out of there. Yeah, EA murdered SimCity. Never played a FIFA game. I never played an Age of Empires game. I don't know what International Superstar Soccer is. I haven't heard of that one. I'm not a racing game guy. I think Need for Speed was like fine for a racing game, but like, I don't know. I just don't care about a car franchise. Batman, never played, but I'm so confident it's dog shit. Injustice, I'm not familiar with. Midnight Club, not familiar with. Manhunt? I think Manhunt belongs in below average. As a franchise, I mean, the only reason Manhunt gets to below average up from not good or horrible is that you could strangle someone with like a Wiimote. And I think that was interesting. They really went for it. Gran Turismo, I don't think I've ever played one. Never played Shadow of the Colossus, but I'm sure it's good. Never played BioShock, but I'm sure it's fine. Stalker, I've never played, but I heard it's great. I don't know what Metro is, but for some reason I feel like I hate it. I don't know why. Same with Spyro. Spyro's actually probably a pretty fun platformer. I can't even front. I can't front. It's probably a fun platformer. I don't think I would love BioShock. I don't know. I did play the demo on the Xbox, and something jump scared me on an elevator, and I went, fuck this, and I turned it off. And I don't think that counts as playing it. Why is Batman dog shit? I never played it, but I'm pretty confident it's dog shit. That's why. I just never played it. I'm just a Batman hater. That's all. Guitar Hero as a franchise is good. It like fell off, but it's still good. It still has its place. Warcraft as a franchise. I mean, I think mid, and I think that's fair. Because I think Warcraft, and again, it's a franchise that became an MMO and just stayed an MMO. If this was Warcraft 1, 2, and 3, if WoW didn't exist, this would probably be in Masterpiece. You know? I loved Warcraft. I played so many Warcraft 3 like workshop, or not workshop, what do they call it? It wasn't arcade. Whatever the custom games were. GemTD was so good. They did a Warcraft remake, but I heard it was not good. At least any of the Warcraft people I still follow seem to be mad about it. But yeah, Warcraft just like it became an MMO, and the franchise will just be an MMO forever now. And that's enough to make me be like, eh. Titanfall, never played it. Heard it's great though from many people. Unreal Tournament as a franchise, I think very good. I miss Unreal Tournament. It was one of the best. Gears of War, played it and hated it. I don't know. I hate a third-person single-player shooter, and the multiplayer also sucked. I didn't think it was good. Was not a fan. Oh, wow. You know, I didn't even notice the trash tier there. I don't know if it belongs in trash, though. I don't know. Metal Gear Solid, never played, but I'd like to someday. Darkstalk, that looks like it's terrible, just based off the styling of the... Like, based off font, I think this is probably bad. StarCraft, I think it belongs in masterpiece territory. Yeah, fucking Joker-ass font. That could say, why so serious, and it would make sense, you know? Oh, it's a fighting game. I don't know why I thought it was. I don't know what kind of game I imagined it would be, but I didn't expect it to be a fighting game. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, I think, is mid. As a franchise, they need to fucking stop and just make a new game already. Stop it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Rainbow Six, I don't know. I was never even that crazy about it, but it has just become more and more like Overwatch for like gun weirdos. I don't know. I just don't like Rainbow Six. Not a fan of the series. Assassin's Creed, I think, should count. Because I have done sponsor work for Assassin's Creed in the past. So I've played at least one Assassin's Creed game for 1 hour. And like, I'm going to put it not good. I don't think it's horrible, but it's like, whatever. I don't know. I've never been inspired to play any Assassin's Creed stuff or pay attention to the story or just care about it on any level. Watch Dogs, never played it. I like vaguely remember it. I remember people being like, this is going to be like the next Grand Theft Auto, and then it wasn't. Dishonored, never played it. I think it's on my list of games to play, though, because of the 100-month subs. Bravely Default, I've never even heard of. Left 4 Dead. I think Left 4 Dead is very good. In like my heart, it's a masterpiece, kinda. Not really. Like, it's one of those, like my gut was to put it in masterpiece, and then I'm like, if I think about it, I think it's just very good. Another one that, like, we'll never see more of. I never played Back 4 Blood. I remember that being very hyped up, and then I never heard another thing about it. Yeah, Left 4 Dead was the right game at the right time. What were we playing? Do you remember? I don't know what we were playing at the time, Brandon. But I remember everyone dropping everything to go get the Left 4 Dead demo and play it. It might have just been like Counter-Strike or some bullshit, but I remember everyone like genuinely stopping everything to go get the Left 4 Dead demo. And I feel like there had to be a game that we got pulled away from for that, but maybe not. Yeah, I never checked out Back 4 Blood. Kingdom Hearts, never played it, but I'm so confident it's dog shit. The Madden franchise is fucking below average. Those games get worse over time, in my opinion. Never played an NBA game. The wrestling games get worse over time, too. They were at least fun for the character editors, but every time a new wrestling game comes out, it's just like worse and worse and worse. I feel like the same could be said for the fucking hockey games. I think all the sports games are pretty below average. It might have been WoW. I never played MLB The Show, never played a UFC game. Inazuma 11? I've never heard of. Arma, as a franchise, I think is very good. I think it has just the best gunplay of any game, and it will always have the best gunplay of any game for me. Ghosts and Goblins, as a franchise? I mean, I played Ghosts and Goblins as a child. I can't remember a thing about it. I just know I played it because I had a Sega. I guess it's like fine. I thought it was just a game. I don't know who this is. Can someone tell me what this is? God, there's still a lot. We gotta go faster. Sly Cooper. I never played one of those. Never played a Banjo-Kazooie. Donkey Kong, I think, belongs in very good. Donkey Kong Country is like a masterpiece. So this is specifically Knights of the Old Republic. I think this belongs in very good. I played it once a very long time ago, but I remember thinking, I think it was Knights of the Old Republic 2. Maybe it was Coder 2, was like an incredible game. There was a Knights of the Old Republic MMO? Or were they calling Star Wars Galaxies the MMO for this? The Old Republic. God, I just forget that. Or I forgot about that. I still can't really remember it. Weren't they trying to do the whole like they were trying to claim that it was gonna be like, yeah. And then they went, and I feel like Elder Scrolls Online, like they just did the same thing again. Where they were like, we have this really immersive world, let's turn it into an MMO that feels like the game but worse. Is that what the Old Republic did? They were like, we're going to give you the game but worse, and now it's also a service. That's all those games feel. That's how Fallout 76 felt. That's like I played Fallout 76 recently, and I had an okay time with it. But my overall feeling was just like, this just feels kind of like Fallout 4, but worse. You know? By the way, have any of you been watching Sips play Fallout 4? It's horrifying. It's fucking horrifying. I need to show you like a clip real quick. Hold on. Is Twitch still live? I'm just going to Sips' stream. Sips is still live. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Show all the clips from the last 7 days. Look at this.
With the rocket launchers at the back.
Look at this. Is this going to be it in action? I was watching Sips all morning. This is how Sips is playing Fallout 4. I was watching him shoot nukes into there. What is happening? You'll see. I don't know how he's spawning the enemies. Like, I don't know how they're getting in there. Oh. Look at this. It's grotesque. It's amazing. And then those machines squish them into nothing. He literally, yeah, he turned Fallout 4 into Factorio. It's incredible. It's very fun to watch. It's very, very fun. Like I can't recommend more that you go watch Sips playing this. It's insane. It's incredibly good. I didn't see the PP suplex. I don't know what this is.
Back to work, eh?
He's got minimal mods.
Don't know.
I love Sips. That's the Pepe suplex. I thought it was PP. Oh, God. Oh, but yeah, watching Sips' like nightmare contraption that just grinds bodies up into loot is a sight to behold. I didn't know you could do stuff like that with Fallout. And apparently it's very minimal mods too. Like he's not using a lot of mods to do that. I think I gotta finish the tier list. Mountain Blade. Is Mountain Blade the game where you could just be a guy playing the drums or a flute? What game am I thinking of? No? No, I'm not thinking Hold Fast. It was a game I played with pause. Yeah. It's a medieval one. And you can shout at your yeah. Well, no, not no. What's the fucking game I'm thinking of? Hold on. Not Shiv, but like Shiv. Very similar to Shiv. Ugh. Did it have an M in the name? There's too many games in here. No, it didn't. Fuck. Not Mordhau. I thought it was called Mountain Blade. I don't have Mountain Blade, so I've never played it. This was pre me being on NLSS stuff. No, it wasn't the Roses thingy. This is like, I want to say I played this with like Pause and maybe Jasky and Chiblee, and like maybe co-played it. But this was like 2015 probably, 2016. But I know you could just be a drummer boy and you could just march to your death. Definitely not Mordhau. You can't be a little drummer boy in Mordhau. It was pre For Honor. It was definitely pre For Honor. I'm going to scroll through my whole fucking game list until I find it right now. I mean, not Shiv. We're going to find it. We're going to find it. I could go look at games I was streaming. Well, no, they didn't track before 2016. And I think it might have been pre-2016. Wasn't Hold Fast. Because I don't think it was. We'll see if it's in my library. It would be something in my library. I'm like scanning too quick. I'm going to just blow right past whatever it might be. Still haven't seen it. What were you saying? Hold Fast? I don't think... I do have Hold Fast. 2 hours played. 2018. Only 2 hours played, though? I don't think this would have been it. I think I definitely played this on NLSS if I only have 2 hours. But maybe that was it. Maybe that is what I'm thinking. Nah, I definitely didn't put it on YouTube, whatever it was. I could have sworn it was a game I played more than 2 hours. Huh. Anyone need the Lemnis Gate? They shut that game down so fast. Maybe I'm like mashing memories, because yeah, the more like I'm pretty sure like this is how the character models and stuff looked. Like I think this is correct, but I only played it for 2 hours, which means it would have only been on a single NLSS. But I'm not seeing anything else in this game list. I do want to keep looking through though, just to see. God, Reign of Kings should have been such a great game. An example of cheating just ruining a game. We're almost done. We're almost there. It's gonna get done. We're almost done scrolling through Steam. We're so close. And there we are. That's the whole damn list. There's also the games I will never play list, which is mostly like a lot of it is games that got updated. Like this was like Flash version Isaac. All the old Counter-Strikes. Like, I should add so much more stuff to the games I will never play list. The original The Culling. Why? I mean, I just know I probably never will. That's why it's there. My first Steam game, it was Counter-Strike, for sure. I have so many more hours than this too. They just didn't start tracking, you know, until Orange Box came out. Wild stuff. What's in to do? This is so funny. These have been in this list for at least like 5 years, if not much longer. I played 1001 Spikes for 10 damn hours. I've apparently played Cave Story for 5 hours, and I have zero memory of that. I don't know what Heavy Bullets is. PUBG, it might be my highest. What's funny too is like the PUBG beta doesn't count. So it's like PUBG is 2,389. The beta server has another 85. The experimental is another 22. The test server has another 174. And then there was the original beta, which isn't in Steam anymore. So, yeah. That is probably my highest hours on Steam. It's got to be. Because even like Counter-Strike 2, which they did roll into CSGO hours, I've only got 1850. Look at all my friends who've been playing CS recently. Nothing else is... Yeah, these got to be the top two. Because even like Arma, all the Arma we did, most of it I didn't do on Steam. Like Arma 2, I don't even have any hours on Steam, which is crazy. And Arma 3, I only played 428. I wish I liked Reforger more. You can filter it by hours played, but nah, I don't think you can filter by year. In the home view, like this one? Oh, yeah. Sort by hours played. That's EA Play. Sort by hours played. PUBG CS. Oh, yeah. 400. This is all Sellout Sunday. This is exclusively Sellout Sunday hours. That's like the only times I played GTA. Which is kind of crazy to consider, that this is only Sundays and only like a couple hours of those Sundays, but over the course of a decade, you know? This is exclusively TTT and Prop Hunt. This was a lot of you realms. How do I have 450 hours in Dota 2? That doesn't make sense. I must have... Oh, auto chess. Auto chess. I would do it. I would do it. Arma and then Rust. All of this Rust is the first month it came out, for the most part. It's interesting to see this. Stardew's so high now because of the subathon. I am shocked I did this much Among Us. It makes me sick. It makes me genuinely sick.
You have more skills
thank you,
here.
Escalita.
Have your cum flowing, go for fights.
Congrats on yesterday.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I want to find stuff I played for like an hour or less. What did I play the least? 1 minute of Super Hexagon, 1 minute of Factory Town, 1 minute of Defense Grid 2, 3 minutes of Bullets and More, 4 minutes of Worms Armageddon. Holy. This is very funny. "45 minutes of speedrunners." A game that I really had fun with and no one ever wanted to play with me again. Now we're into sponsor. I can't believe I do not remember playing this. It was a Twitch bounty. I remember. Like, I remember that now. I have zero memory of doing this for 1 hour. Zero memory. That means I own it, though. I gotta play it. A lot of sponsors in here. a lot of sponsors in here. 120 minutes is going to be another sponsor sweet spot. Rhythm Doctor is genuinely very fun. A whole string of sponsors. That's so funny. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 sponsors. And then like 2 mouse scrolls. Oh, it's so funny. And I still have them installed, which is what's crazy. I need to uninstall some stuff. There's another. And another. And another. That's fun. That's fun to do. Anyway, let's finish this tier list. Let's get this done. That said, I've never played Mountain Blade, I don't think. Or I don't remember it. Oh, I don't own it. Yeah. I've never played that. Star Wars Battlefront, I think it was like super mid. I remember there being a Star Wars Battlefront that I enjoyed. And then I remember there being like every one that came out after that sucked ass. And I'm not a Star Wars guy either, but like I do remember there being one Battlefront game that was a lot of fun. I can't remember which one it was. Total War, never played. Ace Combat. I think I played it once for a sponsor, but I can't really remember it. Animal Crossing. I think Animal Crossing deserves very good. As a franchise, like I'm only familiar with the most recent one. But I think it's a great game. The final total raised for charity. I should just update the command. I'm gonna actually do that. I want to go get the exact dollar amount, which is the only reason I haven't said it yet. Let's see. We're gonna do commands edit. We raised $73,169.83. Give me one second. Give me one second. Bam. Fuck. Let's go. Tom does bunny stuff, can't explain. Yep. Can I tell you an exchange I had with Tom this morning? Aw, thank you. Thank you. Indirectly ruined Tom's life, I think. Oh, you know, Tom was saying he's got to do the bunny stuff. And then I woke up and I looked at my phone, and one of the first things I did was say, I said, I like the idea of a grotesque bunny outfit. To which he replied, would love to hear grotesque bunny outfit defined. To which I sent him this. And he said, oh God. That's all I'm saying. That's my input. That's my input. Get all my windows right. Okay. I've got the commands updated. If anyone comes in the chat today, folks, and asks how everything wound up going yesterday, just hit the exclamation point charity command, and we're good to go. Because my brain just can't remember $73,169.83. Fire Emblem, never played it. God of War, never played it. I'm pretty confident it's fucking dog. I don't think it's dog. I've never played it, and I don't think I would like it. Never played a Dragon Ball Z game. Wait, was there two Dragon... Come on now. Never played a Naruto game. I don't know what Kelowna is. Or oh no, we're gonna hit a big string of never playeds, huh? I mean, Fatal Fury and Final Fight. Didn't I watch you play one of these, Stoggenborg? Weren't you streaming one of these? I remember thinking it was very cool to watch, but I don't think I ever actually played it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh. And a bang. Streets of Rage sounds way more likely. Okay. Nah, I don't think I ever actually played it. I think I may have only watched you play it. Oh, we're so... Virtua Fighter. Fuck, I can't remember that game. I've never played a Tekken. Star Fox? It's probably like above average. I think that's where Star Fox belongs. It was a pivotal game for me as a kid. What? I would go to the arcade, but my ass would be playing The Simpsons, you know? Or Turtles in Time. And that's all I was playing at the arcade. I think F-Zero... I think it belongs in good. I think it belongs in good. Like, I can't really expand on that. Silent Hill, never played. I've seen it played a million times, but I've never played it. Dino Crisis, another one I've seen played, but I've never played it. Duke Nukem, I think, is below average. I think it's like iconic for the voice lines, I guess. If it weren't for the voice lines, no one would fucking talk about Duke Nukem. Anymore, at least. Postal's trash. We've done it, Mr. Doesn't do much. You saw it. You like willed it into existence. We got our first trash. Wasn't it just like a very edgy game? I get where people can say Manhunt is like the edgelord game. This is the true edgelord game. Shantae I've never heard of. Heretic Hexen? Never heard of. Alright, Pac-Man is a franchise. Come on. Like, fucking... Pac-Man's mid as fuck, man. Tetris, though. Come on. Tetris, absolute masterpiece. Tetris 99 revitalized the Tetris... Electrified the Tetris world. Isn't this the Giant Bomb logo? No, that's Serious Sam. Which I've also never played. Bomberman? Fucking... I know I played a Bomberman for the N64 and like I loved that shit. And I think Bomberman as a franchise is probably above average. I don't know. I respect Bomberman. If I saw Bomberman on the street, I'd be like, hey, what's up? Big fan. I wouldn't say big fan. I'd be lying. Excite Bike? I know. I couldn't even get the Bomberman Wordle thing. I know. I still respect Bomberman though. Excite Bike? I don't even want to call it a franchise. I mean, I know they tried to make it a franchise. They tried to make more Excite Bike games, and I'm pretty sure they were dog shit, right? Like... Like, why? I'm not gonna put it at the... I'm not fucking putting it. Splinter Cell? I think it's mid. I enjoyed playing Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell on the Xbox when I got an Xbox. It was like one of the only games I had. But I like so quickly got sick of it. It's definitely not a game I finished. And then yeah, I feel like the rest of this, like, I don't know, the series, I'm just not a Tom Clancy guy. Never played Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but I'm pretty confident it's dog shit. Ghost Recon, I thought was fucking horrible. I mean, I might be crazy. I also had to, at some point, I may have played it for reasons. And I didn't have a horrible time, but I did not have a good time. I'm not sure what Wasteland is. I don't know what this fucking terrible, hard to see logo is, but I guess I'll put it there. I'm pretty sure it's awful, just based off that. That's Hitman? This is Hitman? How's that Hitman? That makes me so pissed. That makes me genuinely mad. It's gonna go above average for that. That's not guns? Oh, the logo on it. I thought you said the little logo of guns and shit. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, those are guns? I was so mad. Holds it over a bright color. It looks like a fucking, like, if you told me this was like Limp Bizkit's logo or Korn or something, it just feels new metal, right? It feels new metal. Yeah, it's like a tribal tattoo. That's a good point. And tribal tattoos are also new metal. So like that, this all tracks. Never played Perfect Dark, but I'm pretty sure it was like good. The problem with Perfect Dark is that Perfect Dark 64 hit me right as someone went, yo, you know there you could play Facility from GoldenEye on the computer with Counter-Strike? And then I never touched a console shooter for the rest of my life. The last console shooter I played was, or like actually played for more than like a day, was GoldenEye. I tried to play Halo, I tried to play Gears of War, I fucking hated them. I don't know what Shonen Jump... Nepege Pirate Warriors is? That's One Piece? Oh yeah, I see. That's an O. Okay. I thought it said Nepege. I figured it was like French. That's so funny. I don't know what Knights is. I never played Jack and Dexter, but I'm like very confident it sucks. Same with SOCOM. Don't know what this is. Jet Set Radio, never played it. I'm sure it's fine. Never played Splatoon, but I'm pretty sure it's bad. Never played Fear. I think the Crisis shit is like mid as hell. It was a good tech demo. Never heard of this. Never heard of this. That doesn't seem good. Never played this. Amnesia. Amnesia gets the very good treatment just because the sequel was horrible. It tainted it. If Amnesia were one game, it wouldn't be a franchise, but it would be in Masterpiece, I think. That game was great. Splatoon catching a stray? Never played, never played, never played, never played. Rock Band belongs right next to Guitar Hero in the good category. Parappa the Rapper. I think it was above average. I don't like a scary game. I don't think it's that surprising. I'm not usually quick to go to a scary game, even though I know I just praised the shit out of Amnesia. Blood. Never played The Witcher. I don't know. Every time I get talked into playing The Witcher, which hasn't been many times, I'd always be like, and this has happened like several times over the last decade, where I'd start talking in chat and be like, yo, I think I might play The Witcher. I was thinking about playing Skyrim, but everyone tells me I should just try The Witcher. And then someone will remind me, they'll be like, The Witcher's really horny. And I'll be like, I don't want to fucking play The Witcher, man. That sounds awkward. And then that's it. And I don't think I'll ever play The Witcher. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you. You could choose the horniness. I did play Skyrim. I streamed Skyrim to like 90 people or less in 2014. Some of those Skyrim sessions I had like, I remember vividly. I remember there was probably like 12 to 20 people in chat. I think my name was Coxtompolis and I was an orc. And I kind of just blitzed the main story. And I didn't even realize I was doing it. And then the game suddenly ended and I went, wait, what the fuck? And that was that. Coxtompolis had a two-handed sword. He was so basic. But yeah, then I remember everyone being like, you should start over and do the side quests. And I was like, I don't want to play it again. And here we are. Here we are. Bloons Tower Defense, I think, is mid. It's like the definition of mid. And I think that's fine. I don't think I ever played a Dragon Age game. Baldur's Gate, I think, belongs in the masterpiece category. Even though I haven't played much Baldur's Gate 3 at all, I still think Baldur's Gate is considered a masterpiece. As a friend, like I did play the original Baldur's Gate. I also played Icewind Dale, which I think belongs under that blanket. If Bloodborne counts for Dark Souls, Icewind Dale counts for Baldur's Gate. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Baldur's Gate's like a once in a lifetime kind of game. I don't know if we'll ever see a game like that again. I played 2 hours or 3 hours of Persona for a sponsorship. So I counted it. Worms. I think Worms is very good. I love the Worms games. A timeless format. Ultima is a series. Oh my god, how is this even in the list? Holy. I will say.
Hey, hold that door! Hold that door! Hold
Sulfolia, happy 5 months. Love worms. Ultima is crazy to see because much like World of Warcraft, or much like the Warcraft franchise, it became an MMO and that was the end of it. It became an MMO in fucking like 1997, but there were like 10 Ultima games until we hit Ultima Online, and then it became Ultima Online, and I don't think the Ultima universe ever expanded. That said, it goes in mid for me. Ultima Online is one of my all-time favorite games, but EA bought it and ruined it in like the year 2000. The servers are still alive somehow. It's crazy to think I fell out of love with this game 24 years ago, and it's still a live. I will occasionally be like, let me go browse the message board for the shard I used to play on, and I will still see names of people I remember from 20 years ago. They are still posting, they are still playing. They're still having the same weird little squabbles. They were like 40 when I was 16. Some of them are in their 60s now, you know? That's crazy. The guy who threatened to find me and kill me is like, he did that as like a 40-year-old man. He'd be like 64 now. That's so crazy. Can I tell you actually a very depressing thing? This is genuinely sad. My first foray into Ultima Online was in 1998. I was 13 years old. And I found myself on a server that had a lot of role-playing guilds. And I joined one of the role-playing guilds. And I had a lot of fun with them. They were really nice folks. I remember a couple years ago going back to the role-playing guild's message board to just be like, I wonder how everyone's doing. And the Ultima Online group kind of fell apart because they all almost all of them fucking died. Because they were like, the group was made of mostly like, and I didn't know this until later, but it was a lot of military veterans. And a lot of older guys, a lot of guys with like severe disabilities, most of them from military service. But they gravitated to that. And it was a great community, but it broke my fucking heart. I went back and they had like an obituaries thread, and it was every single person I played with. It was so sad. And like none of them were like, you know, particularly tragic either. Like there were some of them who were like, you know, like one of them was a guy and it was like, you know, he passed away at like 86 with like a lovely family and like 24 grandchildren. And I was like, holy shit, like I was playing games with that guy when he was in his 60s. And I was like fucking 13, you know? Crazy stuff. But yeah, sorry, that is like a pretty depressing story. But it was also, it's cool to think that, you know, like me as a 13-year-old kid who was like having a really rough time, genuinely. I was not in a good place at like 13. But it's cool to think that I was like just doing this dumb little video game roleplay shit with like a range of people from like 13 into like their 60s. You know? That was nice. But now that guild, they existed in like every game eventually. Like, I know they moved on to Dark Age of Camelot, Star Wars Galaxies. Like, I know when I checked on them, their website was mostly Final Fantasy at this point, I think. But it was something. Anyway, onward. Never played these, but I'm pretty confident they're dog shit. But somehow I don't feel that way about Ape Escape. Super Monkey Ball is very good. Super Monkey Ball fucking rocks. Love Super Monkey Ball. Is this just Shem? Shemme? Shenmue. Still unfamiliar. Same with 8 Liar and Sakura Wars. Never played Football Manager. Never played Prey. Never played Digimon. Never played Flat Out. Day of Defeat belongs in the very good for me. A lot of good memories with Day of Defeat and Day of Defeat Source, but it kind of ended there. The Day of Defeat franchise ended there, right? They never did anything past Source. Did they do a Day of Defeat 2? Hey, Mr. Twitch. This has been 2 hours already? No. Oh wow. Okay. Let's finish this. let's get done here. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what this is. Horizon Zero Dawn seems like it fucking rocks. I'll play that someday. Valkyria Chronicles? Not familiar. Dragon Ball Z? No. More Dragon Ball? No. Dead Rising, I think, is kind of... I think it's above average as a franchise. I was going to say it's mid, but I had a lot of fun with that original one. Damn, this video ended, huh? I had a lot of fun with the original Dead Rising. I know it was like kind of novelty, but just the idea of like the size of the zombie hordes was so cool, I thought. And I think for what the like for where that game exists and the genre it's in, it's an above average game or franchise. Isaac, I have problems with calling Isaac a franchise. If you re-release the same game like 3 times, they're not sequels. I don't know. I also hold a lot of animosity for Isaac. It's just like a game. And Bumbo sucked. And like, the guy who makes the game sucks. So I'm gonna slam that shit not good. That's how I feel. I always understood it as Edmund sucked. Didn't they have the whole thing with Tyrone and Edmund was like, I'll never work with him again. And then he waited until no one cared anymore. Was like, I'm gonna keep working with him. He was also a prick to Taffy. And I know Richard also had issues with him. And he was also, I think, publicly shitty to a guy who's like super respected, but I don't want to even talk about it because I don't know if that is like the most public shit. And I shouldn't talk out of turn. But yeah, enough bad interactions for me to be like, I don't like them. Prince of Persia never played. Ah, man, I've been exporting shit to YouTube. The last thing I ever want to happen in my life is to get dragged into like drama shit online. But the older I get, I'm like, I'm just going to talk my shit. Why do I walk on eggshells for anyone? Fuck that. You know? A little bit of both. I never played Driver. Spelunky, I think, belongs in very good. I haven't played a whole lot of it, but it's a fantastic game. This tier list is just how I feel about the franchise, I guess. That's kind of all, that's all I've been basing it off of. Just how I feel about the franchise. Oh no, don't say that. All right. Never played, never played. What's the X? Yo, Go Off Kings.
Well, if it isn't the simps.
Hey, thank you. What's up, Go Off Kings? And thank you again for yesterday. And anyone who's in the raid. Thank you so much. Yesterday was overwhelmingly good. Overwhelmingly good. What's up, y'all? I'm tier listing beloved game franchises. I'll give you a quick scroll so you can see how you feel about it. We've been doing this for 2 fucking hours, and I want to finish. I want to finish. Omnivore, happy 7 months. Thank you. Final donation amount. I edited the command just for this moment. Yeah, I don't think it works if it's a reply. There you go. It was a lot of money. an obscene amount of money. But yeah, it feels good to have like taken any part in that. So thank you, everyone. Once again, what is this X game? Is this X Games? Oh, thank you, Burbs. Thank you so much. Xenoblade? Never played it. I know well enough not to say anything bad about it. I've heard that's one of the games you don't say anything bad about. It's just not worth it. You don't talk about that. You don't talk about K-pop. You don't talk about Taylor Swift. The three things I think I'm not supposed to talk about. Listen, Chris, listen. I'm not familiar with One Piece. This looked like it said Napij. I thought it was French or something. I don't know. I didn't know that was an O. I thought it was just a skull and crossbones. So yes, I called it Napij Pirate Warriors. Okay? That might have happened. And I think that's fine. I think that's okay. I think that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I never played a Tomb Raider game. Sniper Elite is like the definition of mid, I think. Oh, God, come on. I know people love this. I'm gonna put it here. I think it belongs about there. I don't think it's very good. I was just never a Diablo guy. I don't like... I feel bad. Scroll up for you? Yeah, I got you. I've been doing a lot of this based on just like GTA is up there. I say this as a guy who has like not played much GTA. I consider it very good just because I do feel like it lives in its own genre. Like, there was kind of nothing like it until it. And I had a lot of fun doing GTA racing. I've also been including mods in this and how the modding feels and all that kind of shit. I am the only Rockstar approved Twitch streamer. Chat, let me just real quick story time. Rockstar Games had me visit their offices twice a very long time ago. They were setting up a Twitch channel that they haven't really used since. However, when they were setting it up, they set me up as one of their recommended streamers. And I'm still the only one. So as a result, people sometimes go to Rockstar's Twitch page and see this, and then come here and go, GTA news, GTA news, GTA news, hey, GTA news? And I go, I don't fucking know. I don't work for Rockstar. I visited them like 5 years ago. It's very funny. I'm the only Rockstar Games recommended streamer. Their most recent broadcast was 4 years ago. My broadcast is going to be in here somewhere. Hold on. But yeah, it was cool to go there, I guess, but it was like purely a curse. No new people joined my community because of this. People only came to my stream to talk shit or ask me about GTA news. God, when would it have been? It might have been 8 years ago. Anonymous, thank you for the gift sub to GTA News. Thank you, thank you. Cool, they had me there right between like Waka Flocka and like Boogie. Very cool. Yeah, I don't know when I would have been here. I don't remember when it was. I went twice though. They had me come out twice. Damn, it's crazy that they just have all their videos. Would it have been 10 years ago? No, it wouldn't have been 10 years ago. Yeah, no, Boogie's fucking terrible. God, when would it have been? This is actually killing me now. I want to see it. I want to hear what an asshole I sound like. They may have given them an exception. You can also still technically, like if you highlight a VOD, it just stays forever. It just stays forever. With, I have to keep mousing over to see who it says it's with. I know I didn't do resurrection mode with them. And I was there alone too. There was like, I wasn't with anyone else. I know originally they wanted me to go out there with Pause. And Pause, I think he just didn't want to fly out to New York. I think that was the biggest thing. He was like, I can't do that. It could be like one of those. I'm going to look at it. Yeah, well-known flight hater. No, I'm not in this. Sorry. I really want to find this. So I'm going to keep scanning for a minute. Fuck, did it go all the way back to the top? It did. All right, maybe I won't keep looking. Or did I just get my way back to the top? Oh, fuck, yeah, I just got back to the top. Oh. I know I was there for one of the Transform Racing streams. That'd be so funny if they deleted it. They're just like, nah, this guy sucked. Get rid of him. Made it all up in my head. You found I think I still have this muted. June 7th, 2018. June 7th, 2018. I'll finish it. I'll finish it. Yo. I don't think it was streamed to my channel. I thought it was streamed to theirs. No, absolutely, Jelly Dude. That was, yo, going on Luke's stream was fucking great. That was so fun. I'm so glad the topic was Scott. I didn't know that was the topic until I got there. And I was so happy to hear it. All right, let me keep going. We're going to finish. I'm going to get quick and dirty. We're going to get this done. And also, anyone who's chilling, if you're still here from the raid, I got Jackbox in an hour and 40 minutes with Northern Lion and Flack Blag and Dumb Dog. And Chibli will be there in the second hour, I believe. So, got some Jackbox coming up. All right, never played State of Decay, never played Fable. Chivalry, I think, is a good game. I think Chivalry is a good franchise. It's a fun game. You swing around the weapon, chop people's limbs off, get your shit chopped off. It's fun. Freak community for sure. For some reason, all the medieval communities are just the worst. I still think Shiv is probably the, like, Mordhau was such a look into like a bottomless pit, you know? Just a bottomless, like I think the worst community I've ever encountered in my life. Easily. Never played these, or I know Dynasty Warriors is like is a beloved. Space Invaders, come on. Come on. As a franchise, come on, get out of here. Yeah, medieval shit just brings out the weird folks, for sure. Never played a Monster Hunter game. I don't know if I'd like them or not, but I'm not going to disrespect it. Men of War just sounds like it sucks. Command and Conquer. I'd probably put it up in good. I think Command and Conquer lives in good for me. I know I really loved the games when I was a kid. Like, I know I played a lot of Tiberian Sun, I want to say. I just liked those games a lot. Let's go, it's Fadas. Never played a Rage game. I want to put it here because it just sounds like it's bad. Undertale Deltarune's a heart. I know nothing about Deltarune. Undertale was a game that I enjoyed immensely, and it's because I ignored the fandom 100%. And after I played the game, I was like, all right, I've heard things about this fandom. And I was like, oof, okay. Glad I played the game first. I am including fandoms in this kind of, well, not really. Shiv wouldn't be in good if that was the case. Again, I don't know anything about Deltarune, but I really liked Undertale. I had a good time with it. I think I'd put it above average. You know? I don't think it is. Yeah, that's when I even have a hard time calling that a, yeah. I have a hard time even calling that a franchise. I feel like that's another one that's kind of weird to just have as a franchise. You know what? I feel like I don't think it's a franchise. I'm going to put it down here with fucking Excitebike. There's other stuff in here I probably wouldn't consider a franchise. I have never been a Call of Duty enjoyer. Never been a Call of Duty fan. And that's just, it's always been, like, I never liked the perks. I never liked the, I just didn't enjoy Call of Duty. And I said before, I was like, I feel like you were either a Counter-Strike kid or a Call of Duty kid. And I was hard at fucking Counter-Strike kid. And the new games are fucking, I hate them. Especially Warzone. As a guy who loves Battle Royales, I really hate Warzone. This looks cool. I don't know what it is. Strider? I thought it said Spider. Never played Soul Calibur. I have no idea what Drakengard is. Never played a Ratchet and Clank game. Or Armored Core. Or this. Or this. Or this. Gradius isn't another one where I'm like, you're going to call Gradius a franchise? I feel the same way about this as with like Pac-Man and Space Invaders, except for that Gradius is a fucking sick game, so I'm going to put it up there. So, Double Dragon as a franchise, I think it also belongs up in good. I don't know Danganronpa. Kirby as a franchise. I have never been a big Kirby guy, but I want to say like most of the Kirby games are good. I think it belongs in good. I've played a little bit of Kirby. Kirby platforming was just straight up fun. Shovel Knight. I think Shovel Knight belongs in very good. I feel like it belongs right next to a game like Spelunky, you know? Little Big Planet. Never really played it. Never played that, or that, or that, or that, or that. Is this Chrono as in like Chrono Trigger? What other Chrono games were there? Chrono Cross. I mean, again, Chrono Trigger is a game I like. I know I loved it as a kid, and I haven't really revisited, but my memories of it still make me feel like it's very good. Like, it'd probably be considered a masterpiece by some. I don't know. I don't know if people are that like that into Chrono Trigger. I feel like people were. Never played a Gundam game. There's so many Dragon Ball Z games. Overwatch, come on now. I think Overwatch belongs now. I think it belongs in horrible. After the whole fucking like after the way they fumbled Overwatch 2 so terribly, I think it belongs in horrible. I feel like it's just like a tainted franchise at this point. On release, Overwatch was so goated. I had fun with it, but I don't know. I'm the Overwatch hater. Yeah, the way they just straight up canceled the single player plans was crazy. Red Faction. I feel like I remember Red Faction being pretty mid. I know I played it. I thought it was kind of forgettable. Masterpiece, damn. I know I played it when I was younger. Didn't it have like a destructible environment? Wasn't that the big thing going for it? Yeah, the destroyable terrain. Levolution? What's the R with the circle? Believe it or not, never played a Risk of Rain game. Not familiar with Commandos. Oof. Y'all are gonna hate me for this, maybe. That might be my least favorite game. That might be the game I dislike the most. Just no, he hates, oh yeah, he hates the humor. I thought you said he hates humor and I was about to explode. Like, you call that humor? No. I have to fix my shorts. I've been scooting around so much that my shorts kind of like were just like half my ass was out. I had to fix that. But yeah, no, like Borderlands was like, I had fun playing through it the first time in spite of the story. And then when it ended, I was just like, this sucks. And I want to say Stockenborg, if you're still here, I think I was a Stockenborg, and he was like, yep, and now like you're supposed to play it again. And I was like, what the fuck? The movie or TV show, whichever it is, those trailers look so bad. Because, like, at least I feel like the Borderlands games, they're like self-aware. And they know why they're there, and they lean into the humor they have. The movie looks so bad, and it's like, from the trailers, I was like, this is Borderland fans are gonna hate this, and people who don't care about Borderland, everyone's gonna hate this. This is for nobody. This is gonna flop tremendously. Because the big thing with Borderlands is it's very over the top. And that trailer was so, I feel like they took over the top characters and put like normal people dressing up as them but acting normal. You know what I mean? Like, that was my takeaway from the trailer. I'm like, they've got these zany, larger than life characters just acting like normal people. And that's the only thing I think fans want to see, is like the over the top, you know. I don't know. That shit looks so bad. But yeah, Borderlands, not a fan. Yeah, they don't know why people liked it. Absolutely. Max Payne. Max Payne is very good. It gets the very good treatment from me. What a good fucking game. Max Payne was so perfectly corny. Like, it was so good. I almost want to put it up in Masterpiece. Yeah. They started Bullet Time. I'm going to put that up in Masterpiece. I'm comfortable doing that. I'm genuinely comfortable doing that. That was one of the few console games I really had a lot of fun with. That game got a lot of play on my Xbox. But yeah, Max Payne, great game. Great game. Rayman, never played. Kid Icarus, never played. Psychonauts, never played. Saints Row. I think it belongs in horrible. Not quite trash. Because it was still functionally, it played well. No. Hey, Ian Taylor. Ugh. I'm just not the Saints Row enjoyer. I don't know what Siphon Filter is, or Time Splitters, or D-Blah, or Battle Fantasy. Never played a Warhammer game. XCOM. I'm gonna put it up here, which is insane, because my only experience with XCOM, I still want to go back and play this game. Maybe people would want to see me play it. Maybe this is a game that would excite people. But I started XCOM 2. I played for 4 hours. I hit a game-breaking bug that I had to start over from scratch, and it tilted me so hard I uninstalled it on the spot. And I haven't tried to play it again. Apparently there's something you can do with one of the DLCs that just hard locks your game. And I didn't have a previous save to go to. So my only option was to restart. And I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. That said, still think it's a very good game. And I would like to play it at some point. Didn't play that. The Forest? I think The Forest belongs in probably not good. Maybe I gotta go back and play it. But some of the most boring times I've ever had have been in The Forest. And I like a game like that. That's what's insane. I love a game like that. But all I remember, and I know this was patch specific, but it counts, so whatever. But I know that like people really talked up The Forest, and then I played it with like pause and a couple people, I want to say. And whatever patch they had put out, the only thing that happened over the course of 9 hours of us playing this fucking game was us building our base, and these little fuckers with candles on their head would come look at us and then run away. And then eventually I was like, I'm just gonna go kill this freak. And I killed the candlehead guy. And nothing else happened. Nothing else. And then I remember like a week or two later, someone being like, oh, they patched again. I think the AI was bad when you guys played it. And I was like, we're never going back. Never ever going back. Ugh. It was so frustrating. I just remember that whole stream being like, something's gonna happen soon, it's gonna be exciting, and then nothing happened. Project Diva, not really familiar with. Darkest Dungeon. Ooh. We're going franchise here? I mean, call me crazy, but wasn't Darkest Dungeon 2 like a bit of a fumble? Like, I don't think it's a particularly liked game. At least I feel like anyone I know who plays Darkest Dungeon prefers the first one. Better with updates, that's good. I would still like to go back if this was again only one game, I don't think it would count as a franchise, but if this was just the first Darkest Dungeon, or if Darkest Dungeon 2 was just like Darkest Dungeon 1 with a fresh coat of paint, I would have this in very good. But I think 2 brings it down to here. Oh, I have. Yeah, that's fair. I'll have to go back and check it out at some point. Not familiar with Neptunia. Not familiar with the Dark Pictures Anthology or Dirt. Divinity Original Sin, I don't really want to count as having played it. Blazing Sun 21. Happy 94 months. God damn. Divinity Original Sin 2. I guess I never played. 94 minutes of the classic one. And that's it. I bought Divinity Original Sin 2, I think to play with Apollo. And then I think he played it with Team Unity. And then he said he didn't want to play it again. I think was the consensus. I could be wrong though.
I posted this in Discord, but I am appealing to Cheddar too. If any Steam members of Cheddar drink Mountain Dew products but don't play Fix It would be so kind as to send me the codes under their bottle caps.
Yep.
I would be immensely grateful. Big campaign for cool Civ swag, but shit requires like 40
Don't tell
bottles
Dave what
for
I called
single
One
or
Piece.
deadly bad.
But yes, give your Mountain Dew codes to Dave. The One Piece, I think I stand by the One Piece thing. I don't think it's that crazy. I think if you've never seen the logo for One Piece, it's not that crazy. I don't think that's that crazy. But yeah, Divinity Original Sin, I don't think I get to count it as a game I played. It's a game I've like sat in the menu for. And I never actually got to play. Dungeon Defenders, I don't think I've played. Mario Kart as a franchise is very good. And I think that's fine. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it's very good for me, if only, I mean, I guess they did make up for it with all the maps they put out. But I've owned Mario Kart 8 on 2 consoles, and I've been playing it for like a decade. They gotta just make a new one. Mario Party? If the most recent Mario Party game on the Switch didn't exist, this shit would be in the not good to horrible range, I think. But that shit is a lot of fun. I'm going to call it above average. I think that's where it belongs in my heart. Never played a Mario Tennis, or Super Mario Strikers, or Paper Mario, or Mario and Luigi, or Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Why are there so many different Mega Mans? I already did Mega Man, so I'm not counting any of these Mega Men. Never played a World of Warships. I don't know what this is. I don't think I've ever actually played a Far Cry game, or Destiny, or that, or that. Oh, fuck. We're hitting a big string of games. What is... Alright, I'm going to leave games that I don't know what they are. Now, we already did Quake. And Quake is, like a little different looking. It's like that. This is like sanitized Quake. Oh, let me zoom through. Let me get all the never playeds done. Let me get all my never playeds out of here. We're just going to get rid of all of the never playeds. I don't remember Pitfall. Okay, and I don't think these count. So, I'm just going to put them in there. So, first of all, what is this? Marathon. I've never heard of that. What's this? You play Pitfall all the time? What the hell? Oh, YS. I have not heard of that either. Killing Floor? I think is like pretty mid.
I come bearing an extra gooey load, sir.
Ooh. Happy 41 months. Thank you. What is this?
Okay, this is gonna be an extra gooey load because I think everything is probably.
Oh God. What a way to put it. Hold on.
Okay, this is gonna be an extra gooey load because I think everything is probably. Oh yeah, look, it's very gooey. Lots of limbs.
I love
Okay,
Sips'
this is
very gooey load. I love it. All right, we're finishing this up. Helldivers franchise. I mean, I think it's above average, I guess. Dave, did you see the One Piece thing? Squad? I don't think you can call Squad a franchise. It's one game, isn't it? And Angry Birds? Fuck off, Angry Birds. You're not good. This is my, hey, this is good. We made it. It only took me 2 hours and 42 minutes.